Alrighty, folks, well, a very good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome along to the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms here at number 471 Papanui Road. By way of introduction, Mark Morrison is my name, one of two auctioneers taking the rostrum here this morning. I'm joined at the front of the room by my masked colleague, Mr. Chris Kennedy. He'll be removing the mask when he's calling his auctions, and I'll be putting mine on. Chris is going to scribe the bids and just keep an eye on myself. We'll keep an eye on each other throughout the bidding process, right throughout our program. Good to be joining you up on the front of the room today, Chris.
Nice
now,
to be working with you too.
I will just make a quick health and safety announcement, as you might be expecting. Everyone's following the rules in here, which is great to see. We're going to keep our social distancing in our little bubbles that we've created in the room. Make sure you've checked in with the team out front, so you've sanitised on the way in, you've scanned yourself in to the room. Take a moment to sanitise upon your departure, and if you become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could just let someone from the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation, just so we can follow those processes that our dear friend Jacinda in Wellington requires of us, that would be hugely appreciated. Now, I'd like to firstly thank and acknowledge our owners. We thank them for their ease of access, for their presentation, but first and foremost for their choice and agency. We appreciate there is choice out there in the marketplace, and we thank and acknowledge our owners in choosing to work with the great team here at Harcourts Gold. Speaking of the team here at Harcourts Gold, let me take a few moments to introduce you to some friendly faces, of which you can see most of their faces today. I've already introduced Mr. Chris Kennedy. Across the far side of the room, Lynette McFadden, business owner here within our Harcourts Gold team, always here to help and assist you should you need it. Now, just beside Lynette, I have Margaret Danza from our Redwood office just up the road, and alongside Margaret, I have Doug Soper, who looks after our Parklands and New Brighton offices. Anna McKenzie, already seated in the middle here, ready to go, rearing to go, working with some interested parties. She's here to help and assist you. One of our two managers from our Papanui office, the other being Jane Meyer across my left, your right. So plenty of assistance here throughout the day. Should you need anyone, just give them a wave. I won't take it as a bid, and they'll be sure to come over and help you without any hesitation. Now, Alana Cosgrove, she drives all of the technology that you see up on screen, so you can keep an eye on the property, you can keep an eye on the bidding as we go throughout the morning. We also beam out via our website and via YouTube each and every Thursday. We always have some interested parties just tuning in to keep tabs on the property market. So anyone joining us here this morning, a very good morning to you as well. Now, I know the team at Harcourts Gold, they will have made all the relevant documentation for today's proceedings available to you, the LIM, the title, and the contract from which we work from. Now, that's been approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand as well as the Auckland District Law Society. As to that contract I take you now, let me just steer you, let me guide you through some of the key parts to that agreement. They are basically the rules by which we play today. Now, it should come as no surprise to you that our owners have set confidential reserve prices. Chris and I, we will not be disclosing those reserve prices to you, the bidders at large. It's basically your job as the bidders to get the bidding up and over those reserve prices. Now, assuming we can work together and do that, the highest bid, whose bid that Chris or I accept, will very simply be the purchaser. Now, I suggest that you always bid very, very quickly, because our owners can exercise the right, as per clause 2.6 in the contract, to withdraw the property and sell it outside of the auction rooms. Best chance or best play from you lovely folk is to bid with confidence over and above the current bid, so that you always hold that power and you'll be absolutely fine. Chris or I, as auctioneers, we may nominate the sum by which bidding increases. Excuse me. We can refuse a bid if we deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners, and if a dispute arises, if there's any argy-bargy with the bidding, we'll sort that out. More than likely, we revert to the last undisputed bid and then simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. In the absence of your bidding participation, as auctioneers, we may place bids on behalf of our owners, simply known as vendor bidding. If we place a bid on behalf of our owners, they will always be under our selling instructions, under our reserve price, and they'll be very clearly nominated, ironically using language such as vendor bid. Now, the part that you're all waiting for is when that hammer comes down to the rostrum. That is when the successful purchaser is acknowledged. If you are that winning bidder, before you commence your celebrations, we will ask a few simple things of you. Firstly, we'll get you to sign the paperwork, and in doing so, you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, you'll arrange to make a payment of a very neat and precise one-tenth of the purchase price, 10%. Thirdly and finally, we'll get you to complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, those are the rules of engagement for today's auctions right across the board. Our first auction and our last auction of the program are brought forward auctions, which will have ever so slightly changed rules. So anyone here for those auctions, I'll explain the way that things will work with those brought forward auctions in just a few minutes' time before we commence with Greers Road in a few moments, and then later on in the day with 50 Pier Street towards the end of our program. So let us move forward, if I may, to 493A Greers Road in Bishopdale. This property has been brought forward, meaning our owners have received a pre-auction offer acceptable to them. What that means is in a few minutes' time, I will announce the level of that acceptable level. I'll let everyone just simmer over that number, let you think about that number. From that point, I will welcome in any further bidding. If I see further bidding, we'll hold an auction. If I don't see further bidding, I'll simply knock the property down to the initiator of that pre-auction offer, and the property will be sold at that level. As you might expect, vendor bidding will not come into play with this brought forward auction because we're already selling. We're effectively on the market from when I announce that acceptable level. I may give some suggestions in terms of the increments by which those bids raise, but by and large, I'm going to be very, very happy to work with any genuine bids that I see from the floor. Jessica Downey, Deb Crosby, you've had a short but busy campaign here. You're both set to go already. Good luck to you and good luck to our lovely owners here in Greers Road. This is an estate in Crosslease. Legal description, flat 2 deposited plan 59031 on lot 2 deposited plan 58151 and part lot 1 deposited plan 5576, having a third share in some 1,354 square metres more or less. You've all reviewed it, you've all seen it in that certificate of title that Jessica, Deb and the team have made available to each and every one of you in recent times. Now, I had the settlement date set down for Thursday the 28th of October 2021. You may have made prior arrangements with our owners in writing. If you have, that's fine, that's been signed off, you bid and you buy on that basis here today. Further terms of sale, they are clauses 22 through to 28, plenty to have had a read over there. Most notable that I'll draw your attention to being clause 25, that refers to the fact that on settlement you'll be credited some $12,440.22. Richie Beno would have said that a little bit better than I, but you can just factor that into your bidding today as well, because you'll know that that money is coming back just in terms of the work there with the driveway. So you would have had a look at that. You would have reviewed those Schedule 2, which outlines the list of chattels. I note the night store heater and the Moisture Master ventilation system are there on an as-is, whereas basis here today. Well, Jess, Deb, let's go and have a look at Greers Road just one last time. I had the privilege of viewing this lovely home just a few days ago on team inspection, and sometimes we're absolutely treated to some magnificent homes that are tucked down and away off the road, and it really does take the effort to head down these driveways, and then you are absolutely treated to some magnificent homes. And I think 493A Greers Road is one of those nice surprises that we often get when we wander down these driveways. It is absolutely, I should say, so peaceful and private. I love the way that the house is sited for that big yellow in the sky just to do its work and just to absolutely lighten and brighten your outlook on life as you sit in that magnificent living space. The connection that it makes to the outdoor space is just so seamless and easy. It's just going to be a gorgeous place to be and enjoy over these beautiful summer months that we have. Geez, that picture tells it a lot better than I can ever explain it. It's just a gorgeous place, no doubt about it. 4 bedrooms on offer, growing families, well, they won't experience any growing pains here. Plenty of space for all of the whānau. I love the fact that the master is upstairs. It's got its own space, doesn't it? You get to get away from the rest of the family at days in. If you need a little bit of space to yourself, you've got your own ensuite and walk-in wardrobe there. And those elevated views that you get off the balcony, well, that's just the icing on the cake. Plenty of off-street parking here, very, very easy. You've got the internal access garaging. Should that weather ever turn inclement, you know you won't get wet from the car heading inside. This is just a perfect property equation right across the board. No surprises to see our campaign brought forward already. The magic number that you're all here to listen to and hear about, accepted by our owners and made in our campaign, is $670,000. 670 is where we sit. Who's got 680 for me?
Yeah.
Nathan, 680, working with a buyer. Good luck to you. At 680 and 685, absolutely. You come back at 695, wouldn't you, sir? Come back strong, Nathan. At 685, selling away. 95, good bit. Stay strong in the 10s at 695. A little bit early to start shaking the head. You'd come back for another cheeky 2.5 on the side, wouldn't you? Test them out at 695, otherwise I sell here. First call.
697.
697, absolutely welcome back. 700,000. Squares the ledger. Easy to work out the deposit, Nathan, at $700,000. 700,000. Selling away here in Greers Road. Love this location. Easy, easy living at 700,000. First call at 7. Ma'am, if I can suggest, they often stop on the round numbers. Always a good thing to test that. Twice call at 700,000. You're all done. Appreciate the bidding. Third and final. Looks like you've done it, Nathan. At 700,000. Won't accept a late bid from anywhere else in the room. If you're timing your run late, don't leave it too late. Are we going? At 700. Looks like we are. Going, and it is sold here. Well done. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you to your buyer. Appreciate the spirit of bidding, Jess, as well. Thank you so much. We'll just reset the room. If you could all just filter out through the door you came, make sure you sanitise on the way out. Nathan will get the paperwork all sorted down in the front near reception. That'll be outstanding. And thank you so much for your interest and attendance today.
Very warm welcome to this morning's auction of 49 Kotari Avenue in Rangiora. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. Indeed, my very real pleasure to be your auctioneer for this morning's offering. I merely complete the wonderful work by our lead marketing consultant, Sandra O'Brien. She's taken you down that driveway of due diligence and brings today such a wonderful, wonderful offering. Sandra, are you all set to go?
Yes, thanks, Chris.
Good work. Well, good luck to you, and of course, good luck to our owners. Folks, I do remind you we work under Alert Level 2 protocols, and we do ask that you've scanned on the way in and you've sanitised on the way in. We ask that you sanitise on the way out, and we ask that you remain in your bubbles with your masks on as we need to keep control of this COVID-19. If you do fall ill in the next 10 to 14 days, we ask that you go and talk to your doctor or medical practitioner, and of course you alert us to the same fact so that we can deal with it appropriately here as well. Now I know that Sandra will have made all the relevant documentation available throughout the campaign, the limb, the title and the contract in which we work from. It's to that contract I now take you. Our sellers, they've specified a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I'll nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I'll refuse a bid should I deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting on behalf of the seller, may submit a bid on behalf of any other person. As your auctioneer, I'll endeavour to identify such parties during today's auction. Now, I do note that a number of our colleagues are in the room here today helping and assisting buyers. Be assured, all the paperwork is bona fide. I'm abundantly comfortable with it, as you should be as well. Now, pursuant to 2.5 of the contract, our seller has given myself and myself alone the exclusive rights to bid on their behalf. What that refers to is, should I place a bid on behalf of our owners, I'll clearly identify it, and it'll be well south of the reserve price. I'll identify it with terminology such as vendor bid or bidding on behalf of the owners. I'll make it abundantly clear. Again, pursuant to 2.6 of the contract, our sellers reserve the right to withdraw the property from sale before it's been sold and without declaring the reserve price. Now, what that refers to is that if we don't reach our reserve and we end up pausing, we'll talk with the highest bidder, and we'll talk with the highest bidder first. After those conversations, we'll come back to the room and announce one of several things. Buyers and sellers have altered their instructions. We're either on the market and selling, or we're not. Or in actual fact, our sellers have expressed their right to withdraw the property from sale and sell it outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, make sure you hold that highest bid, and we will talk to you first. Now, if a dispute arises concerning the bid, I'll simply determine that dispute, or I'll offer the property at the last undisputed bid. At the conclusion of the auction, should the hammer fall in your favour, you'll be required to sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words, the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. They are the rules in which you bid and buy for today. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. The property, though, it's more formally described as number 49 Kotari Avenue in Rangiora. It is a freehold parcel of land of some 601 square metres. It is on lot 35, deposited plan 399932. It's contained in certificate of title, folio 398547 of the Canterbury Land Registry. Your bidding today is GST inclusive, so what you bid is what you pay. We offer you vacant possession. We take that you have read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 24, and you bid, you buy on that basis. No change to the chattels. I won't go through that. Possession and settlement, that's the day your life just gets a whole lot better. That's the 26th of October 2021, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Buyers, I'm going to take you back down memory lane one last time. Now, if you look up relocation in the dictionary, which I did, it says the action of moving to a new place and establishing one's home. Well, relocation today offers that opportunity to everybody. It offers allocation and it offers action. Action to take strong bidding today and to take action to purchase such a wonderful home. You need to act now, buyers. You need to act in this very short space. big living, superb kitchen. It's beautifully presented. It's beautifully sited on the section itself. 3 wonderful bedrooms, of course, a good couple of bathrooms. It really is a fabulous, fabulous home. Internal access garaging. It's fully fenced. It's pitched to enjoy all of that northwest sun. It's functional. It really is a cracking good home. My instruction, buyers, open the bidding at $500,000 and I'll look for a rise of 20 from there. 520, welcome to you, sir. Hope to see you at the end. 520 and 40's over here. 540 the bid now. Do you say 60 with me? It's 60, he says, and 80 back with you if you like. 580 here and 600 back, and $600,000. Fairly bid and offered now at 600. Do you go 20? 620 bid and 40 now. 3 in at this stage at 640, 660 here. I look for 80 on the rise at 660. Once at 660. 80 now, welcome to you. Do I say 700, sir? 690. Okay, Lisa, do it at 700. Be easy to work that deposit out at 700,000. 700.
7.
I've got 700 here. I'm sorry. Happy to take 10. 710. Welcome back, sir. It's 710. 710. And do you go 20? Thank you. It's 720. Fairly bid and offered now at 720. Looking for 30 on the rise. 30 here. Saw it here first. I'm sorry. 730. Take 40 though.
Yes.
40 here. What do we say from here? 50. 750. 7.5's the bid now. At 750, is it 60 on your behalf? 755. Cutting me back in 5s. Do you stay in the 10s? 765. There you go. At 765, 770 if you like. First at 765. Got it here first. I'm sorry, sir. 775. Welcome to you at 775. 80 beckons. 76. 80. There you go. 780. 81. 780 over here. Do you go 81, sir? At 780.
Chris, we've got instructions. We're on the market and selling.
There you go, folks. We sell away today. Now's the time to fight. 780 with you, sir, on the window. Good luck to you at 780. Happy to move in the ones, but I'm selling at $780,000. First call. Second, I'll take a half if it helps. Third final call at 780,000. Out, you're out. Hold tight, sir. $780,000. Delighted to announce. You out, sir, or you out? Delighted to announce 49 Kotari. It goes. You're out. It goes. It is gone and sold. Well fought, well bought. Congratulations at 780.
Let's move forward to our third opportunity of the morning, being number 150 Holly Road in St Albans, Christchurch City. For those of you just joining us in the room here this morning, I do just remind you, make sure that you've followed the COVID-19 practices, so make sure you've scanned in on the way in, sanitise those hands on the way in, take a moment to sanitise your hands upon your departure. Keep our social distancing, so let's make sure we're standing in our appropriate bubbles, which you're all doing, which is great, and keep those masks on. If you become unwell in the next 14 days, I would just plead with you that you let someone from the Harcourts Gold Management team know of that situation, just so that we can follow processes that we are required to follow. We appreciate you working alongside us in that regard. That is very, very good of you all. Now, as you might expect, our owners have set a confidential reserve price. I won't be disclosing that to you. It's your job as the bidders to get the bidding up and over that reserve price. Now, assuming we can do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser. I can nominate the sum by which the bids increase, and I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the very best interest of my owners. Now, vendor bidding, that is my sole right and responsibility as auctioneer, representing our owner at particular levels from time to time in the auction. If I do place a vendor bid, I'll label it a vendor bid, and you can be rest assured it's always well under our selling instructions. Best course of action is to bid with confidence over and above any vendor bids that I place. Now, when the hammer comes down, if it falls in your favour, well done, you're the successful purchaser. Before you commence celebrations, we'll get you to sign some paperwork, we'll get you to make a payment equal to 10% of the purchase price, and you'll complete the GST information outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, that's how things will play here this morning for 150 Holly Road. Now at this time I welcome our lead agents, Michelle Fu, and alongside her is Tammy Tang. These two lovely ladies have been looking after you, representing the property and helping you as you complete your due diligence on your journey towards home ownership here at Holly Road. This is an estate in freehold. It's 403 square metres of that freehold land, Lot 2 and Lot 20, deposit plan 428364. It's all outlined in that certificate of title that the team's made available to you and your email inboxes in recent weeks. Settlement date set down for the 10th of November 2021 or any other such date that may be mutually agreed upon in writing. Schedule 2, I won't go through that. That outlines the list of chattels. You've had a look at those as you have the further terms of sale, being clauses 22 through to 26. You bid and you buy on that basis, most notable being clause 26, there that you will get some $5,806.47 assigned to you at the time of settlement. So do just factor in that $5,800 or so into your bidding here today. Well, Holly Road, to me, this is an absolute compelling opportunity. It just works for you now, but this is a location, this is a home that is going to continue to work for you for many, many years to come. I think it's all underpinned by that outstanding land, 403 square metres of that RMD land, and that location. The location just works because if you happen to have offspring, well, they are going to be well educated, they're going to be upstanding citizens in years to come because they get in zone for all the best schools. Boys High, Girls High, and Burnside High, and it's within easy reach of some of the best or all of the best private schools that we have in this fair city of ours. The home itself, it's finished in that timeless brick. It's single level, so the living is very, very easy here, and it offers you the easiest of living situations, I would suggest. You've got 3 bedrooms, they're very well serviced by those 2 bathrooms, and the flexibility around the living spaces, I just think that this home is going to work for a number of different reasons. Perhaps you're adding it to your rental portfolio, you're future-proofing yourself and your future and your retirement. Perhaps this is one for you to move into and enjoy in your own right. Location, it just works. I've already mentioned the schooling. You've got Edgware Village just up the way, and if you're a city worker, well, it's just an easy commute into the CBD. This is a wonderful location, folks. Good home. We just need to work out where we sit in the marketplace. I'm very interested in your opinion on value. Who'd like to say go first? In your hands, opening bid, opening offer. Tell me what you love to pay. It's probably not going to own it, ironically. Is there 820 anywhere to kick things along? Very good. Well, you percolate. I don't hesitate. At $820,000 with me on a vendor bid. At $820,000, looking for rises of 20 on from there. At $820 with me. Don't all go at once. First called at 820,000. I know you're all not here to listen to me talk all morning. Twice called at 820. Third and final at 820,000 on a vendor bid. Very good. 840 with me. 840,000 on behalf of my lovely owners. Very, very happy to keep the home at this stage at 840. If you are cash and unconditional, I would suggest now's a good time to make yourself known. It's as simple as this, folks. A wee wave will do. Shout at me. Get my attention. First, 860, Don. Thank you. Welcome into your buy. Don Yee from our Harcourts team here in Christchurch at $860,000. Very quiet, respectful crowd. Not my favourite, to be fair. At 860. It's a little bit like a library in here. First call. At 860 with my starter Doug. Don, I should say. I just looked at Doug and was talking about Don. You get your Dougs and your Dons confused and you're in trouble. First chance at 860 here, twice called. Third and final 860, looking for 80. Very good bet with me at 880. Not here to make a mockery of things at $880,000. Don, you'd come back at 900. Looking for 900 for Holly Road. Can't believe I'm saying that. At these low levels, there should be no hesitation at 900.
880 is a vendor bid.
Vendor bid with me. Owner's very, very happy to keep the home. Geez, I think I'd have a go at 880. But that's a vendor bid, Don. Looking for 900 from your lovely buyer. Best of school zones in Christchurch. Easy to get into the CBD. Brick construction, single level. Looking for 9. First called, second opportunity.
886.
No, 900, Don. Sorry, with respect. Yeah, too early to be knocking me back. Need 900. Otherwise, I'll just pass the property in and we'll open it up to the conditional market as well. Third chance at 880. Vendor bid. What do you say, Don? Very good. 900 with me. That's going to be my last vendor bid. 900 with you. I'm going to retract my vendor bid because your money's better than mine, Brendan. At 900,000. There we go. So 2 in it at this stage, Don. Your buyer takes confidence from that. Brendan Hart on the telephone. First chance at 900 000. Everyone hasn't had their caffeine kick this morning so far. A little bit slow out of the blocks, but that's fine. Twice called at 900 here. Looking for 20 or more, Don. Don't let me hold your buy back. Happy to take more from you. Third and final.
910.
910. Okay. Wasn't asking for 10s, Lynn, but I'll take it. At 910. Stay strong in the 20s, Brendan. Come back at 930. Or perhaps you just take me straight through to 950. I don't mind. Once called at 910. 3 bedrooms. Single level living here. Wonderful address. Twice called. Don, it's against you. Brendan, it's against your buyer as well. Third and final at $910,000. Don, Brendan, quickly. Otherwise, we pause and have a conversation here.
925.
925. Okay, can't pick the pattern, but he puts 15 on at 9 1/4. 925 the bid here. Lynn, I welcome you back in with 15 more. Get me through to that 940 together. First chance with Brendan on the phone at 9.2 and 5. Twice call at 9.25. Third, quickly. I'm surprised as to the pace this morning at
945.
935, very good in the 10s. Comfortable in the 10s. Brendan's looking comfortable in the 15s, so that gets me through to 950, would you say? 45 on top at 970? 940. Okay, 945. 945 it is. That would have been 980 anyway. My maths isn't that good. At 945 with you. On the window and in the lead. 960, there we go, that's better. Let's accelerate together as we climb north. 960 here with you, Lynn, on the phone. 960 first call, second, Brendan. Just go 970, absolutely. Third, at 60 here. For Holly Road, 70. Got you there, Brendan, at 970. Welcome back in at 970.
990.
990, that's the way. At 990. Let's get some momentum into things at 990. 990 the bid. Break straight through that $1 million bracket there, Brendan. Get me to 1010 perhaps. Do you go 1,010,000? Once called. At 990 I should say, looking for 1,010,000. Twice called. Third and final, what's the rebuttal, Brendan? It's against you here. It's 990. All rights go here if I pause at 990. Very good. Well, I'm going to pause here at $990,000. Pausing here. You got a bid, Brendan? I've called it through 3 times already. Happy to sit. Take your chances. Pausing here at 990,000. In our program, in our catalogue, number 32, Dunedin Street, in the heart of Redwood. Mark Morrison is my name. I'll be your auctioneer in charge of proceedings here this morning, working alongside Estelle Yang, who's been your tour guide towards home ownership here in Dunedin Street. Now, before we crack into things, it would be remiss of me not to mention our COVID-19 procedures, which you're all following pretty well so far, I might say. Make sure that you've scanned and checked in on the way in. Make sure you've sanitised those hands on the way in. I do ask that you're sticking in an allotted bubble. So you see we've got seats on the ground and we've got some taped off areas in the room. If you could just be in the seated area, so sir, I might just get you to come and grab a seat if that's okay. We just need to follow those processes because I'd hate for Jacinda to come down in her helicopter and check in on us and find that we're not following the rules. Private jet, is it? I wasn't sure the helicopter's getting a service this week, is that right? Very good, Chris. So she might come down on that private jet. If you do become unwell in the next 14 days, please just let someone from the Harcourts Gold Management team know of that situation, just so we can follow the processes that we are required to follow. Now, the way that the auction will work today is that, as you might expect, our owners have set a confidential reserve price. I won't be disclosing that to you. It's your job as the bidders to get the bidding up and over that reserve price. Now, assuming we can work together and do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser today. Now, as auctioneer, I may nominate the sum by which those bids increase, and I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interests of my owners. If a dispute arises, if there is any argy-bargy with the bidding, I'm sure there won't because you all look like wonderful people, but if there is, we'll just revert to the last undisputed bid and then very simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, vendor bidding, that may be a phrase that you've heard of. Let me explain it. It basically means that I'm placing a bid on behalf of my owners. If I do so, it's always well under our reserve, under our selling instructions, and if I place a vendor bid, I will label it a vendor bid, so you'll be very, very clear of what it is and what's happening. Best course of action is to simply bid with confidence. Over and above that vendor bid will be just absolutely fine working together. Now, as you might expect, the end of the auction is nominated by the fall of the hammer to the rostrum. If it falls in your favour, well done, congratulations. Before you commence your celebrations, we will ask you to sign the paperwork, in other words, the agreement, the contract. We'll get you to make a payment of 10% of the purchase price, and you'll complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. Folks, that's how things will play today. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Transparent is our process here in the room. No matter the fact that we have masks on, it is still a very, very transparent process that we work to. Now, I've already introduced Estelle to you, our properties ambassador. Let me introduce you to the property. It is a little more formally described as being 32 Dunedin Street in Redwood, an estate and freehold. 809 very generous square metres of that freehold parcel of land. That's lot 103, depositor plan 19251. It's all outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that Estelle has made available to each and every one of you out in the marketplace in recent times. Settlement date I have set down for the 14th of October 2021, or any any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. You bid and you buy on the basis of Schedule 2, which outlines the list of chattels, and those further terms of sale which you would have found towards the rear of the agreement. They are clauses 22 through to 26. Well, let me just take you down that driveway at number 32 Dunedin Street just one last time. Homes like 32 Dunedin Street, they come from an era where homes were built to last. They stand the test of time. This is just good old-fashioned Kiwi real estate that you buy here at Dunedin Street. I love the fact that it is that large parcel of freehold land that I referred to before, and it's in a quiet and quality neighbourhood. Redwood, it's just a good, solid suburban location. I love that brick construction, the aluminium joinery. They're all just big ticks to me. These are all the basics that you look for when it comes to buying property. Now, I love the flexibility on offer with that large garaging and the attached studio at the rear. That's going to suit a whole number of different situations for you. Perhaps you're a weekend hobbyist. You want to set up the home gym if you're feeling energetic like Chris Kennedy, or you just need a little space to be able to tuck away and work from home if we find ourselves in another lockdown. It's complete. You're an absolute athlete, Chris. Everyone can see that with their own eyes. Completely tidy and livable as it is, but perhaps there's that opportunity for you to add some value, modernise, put your own twist and flavour into this one in Dunedin Street. you'll do very, very well if that's your choice. However, first off, you need to own the home. You need to have that privilege. You need to come last by finishing first in our auction, as I always say. 32 Dunedin Street. I now turn to you for an opening bid or offer. Who's got an opinion on value that they'd like to share? Who says go first? This is when the room descends into an awkward silence, and I make a joke about it. Who's got 530? 530, there we go. Home in time for dinner at 530 we start. First chance, welcome in. Good luck. At 530, let's move in the 20s. I'm sure that's nice and comfortable. Looking for 550. 530, first call. Second. Here, good luck. Good luck to you as well at 550, and you come straight back at 570 without hesitation. And 590 it is, and 610 I take it, and 630 here, and 50 now, and 670. There we go. Quickly, sir, this was good fun. At 670, it's down here. Would you say 690? First chance at 670 down the front.
80.
80, absolutely. I'll take 10 from you at 680. Stay strong in the 20s, or do you match the 10? Staying in the 20s at 700. Rounds me off at 700 000. Once call. At 7. Twice now. At 7. Happy to take a 5 from you if that's more comfortable. Keep knocking me back at 705. Welcome back. 720. Nice bid, sir, at 720. Puts 15 on. Stick in the 5, sir, if that's more comfortable. You have shaken your head a couple of times at me, so I'm starting to question its significance. But at 720 I have down here. Looking strong. First call. At 720, I might need some instructions.
On the market.
We're on the market and selling. Thank you very much for your instructions. At 720 I sell here. Sir, don't lose it for a couple of grand. Once called, he says no. He's adamant. Twice called. At 720, won't accept the late bid. Third and final. Don't leave your run too late. When that hammer comes down, it's done. At 720, appreciate the bidding, sir. All the very best. Make sure you sanitize those hands on the way out. At 700.
Bid.
Thank you.
1. Ooh, 721. Now's the time to fight. Stay strong. Be resolute in your bidding. 730. That's a good bid. At 730. Now, we've got a rule in our rooms that you must bid at least twice. You've bid once so far. Need to see another one from you. Otherwise, we have to lock the doors. At $730,000 selling here. First call. Do you throw $500 at it? Twice call. Third and final, working for my owners, as I'm sure you can appreciate it. 730. Well done. It looks like you've done it. Won't accept a late bid. We all done. Happy to announce 32 Dunedin Street. It's going, and it is sold here. Well done. Fantastic effort. Well bid, well bought. Good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome along to the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms here at 471 Papanui Road. Mark Morrison is my name, one of two auctioneers taking the rostrum throughout today's program. I now take us to number 29 Sylvia Street in Parklands, proudly brought to the market and representing our lovely owners is Mr. Dan Valacoop, another of our suitably tall gentlemen that work within the Harcourts Gold team. It's good to be working alongside some fellow tall timber. Dan, good luck to you and good luck to our owners. Before we make a start, I will just remind you of our COVID process that we do need to follow. Make sure you've checked in and you've scanned in with the team upon your entry. Sanitise those hands on the way and take a moment to sanitise those hands upon your departure. We'll keep our social distancing, we'll just remain in our bubbles and we'll keep our masks on throughout the process. That would be hugely appreciated. And if you do unfortunately become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could just let someone from the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation, just so that we can follow the processes that we are required to follow. We thank you for working alongside us in that regard. Now, as you might expect, our owners have set a confidential reserve price. I won't be disclosing that to you, the bid is at large. Your job, very simply, is to work with me to get the bidding up and over that reserve price. Now, assuming we can work together and do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser. As auctioneer, I can nominate the sum by which the bids increase, and I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interest of my owners. Now, if a dispute does arise with any bidding, I'm sure that won't happen because you'll look like upstanding citizens, but if it happens, I'll work through that. We'll more than likely just go back to the last undisputed bid and then simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, vendor bidding, you may have heard of that. That's myself as auctioneer placing a bid on behalf of my owners. If I do exercise that right, it will always be under our selling instructions, so under our reserve, and I'll communicate them exceedingly clearly to you using language such as, ironically, vendor bid. Best course of action is just to bid with confidence over and above those vendor bids and we'll be absolutely fine. Now, the conclusion of the auction is nominated by the fall of the hammer. If it falls in your favour, well done, congratulations, you're the successful purchaser. Before you commence any celebrations, we will require a few things from you. Firstly, we'll get you to sign the agreement, and in doing so, you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, you will arrange to make a payment of a very neat and precise 10% of the purchase price. Thirdly and finally, we'll get you to complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, that's how things will play this morning. Clean, concise, transparent and simple is the process here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. Let us go and take a look then at number 29 Sylvia Street, as I mentioned before, proudly marketed by young Dan Valacoop. This is an estate in freehold, 642 square metres of freehold land. Don't worry, I called Doug Soper young as well. That's lot 1, deposit of plan 29675. That's all outlined in that certificate of title that Dan has made available to each and every one of you in recent weeks. Settlement date I have set down for Friday the 15th of October 2021, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. You bid and you buy on those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 24, and you would have taken a look at Schedule 2, which outlines the list of chattels. You bid and you buy on that basis here today. Well, let's go and take one last look at number 29 Sylvia Street, a home I had the privilege of visiting just on the weekend. This is an absolute charming 1950s bungalow, and I love the fact that it is set on a sizable 641 square metre parcel of land. Certainly plenty of space for anyone with pets or little ones that want to roam about. Now, the recently updated bathroom, that just absolutely sparkles. And as I mentioned, those with little ones I've already referred to. That separate bath, that's just going to help the evening routine. The living and dining spaces, I love how they're so light and bright, and they connect to that private outdoor space where the brews and the barbecues, they can be enjoyed in these warmer summer months that we have to look forward to. Now, perhaps outdoors are your passion. You love getting out on the bike or going for a run. Perhaps it's surfing or the golf game that you're constantly working on. Well, all of that is within easy reach here. This really is an outdoor enthusiast location. It's just all within such easy reach. And if you're not into any of those pastimes, I would probably guarantee if you buy Sylvia Street in a few months' time, you're going to be passionately into one of those pastimes. The Healthy Home Certificate, that's just another reason to buy this cracking good home. This is one that you should just simply buy. Folks, I'm going to stop talking and start listening. I'm here to listen to your opinion on value out there in the marketplace. Who says go first? I find those that bid first generally win. 400,000 anywhere? Very good. You percolate. I won't hesitate at 400,000 with me on a vendor bid. Clear roadmap at $400,000. Looking for value north of there. That won't surprise anyone educated out there in the marketplace. Let's move in 20s if you're comfortable. At 400 on a vendor bid, first chance. Twice now. Anthony Dean working with a buyer. Good luck. Good luck, sir. At 420,000 with you. So we get underway. Where's our competition? At $420,000. Now's the time to show yourself. First call at 420, twice call at 420. Third, 450. Andrea, welcome into you and your buyers. Nice to see you at 450. Do we stick in the 30s? So, okay, comfortable in the 20s here. Absolutely fine. Now I make that 470. Let's stick in the 30s and get us through to 500 together. Okay, very well. Matches the 20 and gets me to 490. Leaves that 500 door wide open, Anthony. 20, nicely done. At 510, gets me straight through that barrier. At 510 and 30. More. At 510. Once called. At 510. Twice now. Just getting to know your buyers, Andrea. At 510, the bid sits here. Third and final, do you come back for a wee 5 on side? Just to keep things moving together. Very good at 510. It was fast and it was furious, but it seems to have run out of steam. At 510,000. Keep working over that side, Andrea, with your lovely buyers. We'd love to see them into a new home. But at 510, the bid sits here. Can I get an increase, Anthony, from your buyer? Because I don't have 5 more, so at 515, just confirming at $515,000 now. Thank you for the increase, appreciate that. Working hard at 515,000. Andrea, your buyers can take comfort in that. Others see the value, so should you. At 515,000, once call for Sylvia Street. Hard to find many opportunities in this fair city of ours at this level. Twice now at 515. Third at $515,000. Anna McKenzie, manager here in the Papanui office.
30, please. 530.
530. Just checking. I thought that might have been 545, but at 530, that's still a really good bid at this stage. We're on the market and selling. Turn to our owners at 530. Out she goes. We are selling. We're on the market, sir. I sell you the home at 530. Andrew, now's the time to have a wee chat to your buyers. See if there's a little 2.5 there on the side, perhaps. First chance at 530, selling twice. Third and final then, I'm delighted to announce 29 Sylvia Street at 530. It goes, and it is sold. Well done. Congratulations. Well fought, well bought, sir. Andrea, to your underbidders. Commiserations. All the best in the property search out there. All the very best. I ask everyone just to filter out the door you came in. Sanitise those hands on your exit. I see we've got a few people waiting in the wings for our next opportunity.
Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to this morning's auction of 48 Weka Street here in Fendalton. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. Indeed, my very real pleasure to be your auctioneer for this morning's wonderful offering. My role, just simply to complete the wonderful work of Cameron Bailey. He's been your lead marketing consultant, your tour guide to ownership over the past 3 to 4 weeks. Cam, nice to have you in the room. You all set to go? Yep. Good luck to you, and of course, good luck to our wonderful, wonderful owners. Now, I know that Cameron will have made all of the relevant documentation available, the limb, the title, and the contract in which we work from. It's to that contract I now take you. It'll come as no surprise. Our sellers, they have specified a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept, well, you shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I can nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse a bid, should I deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting for the seller, may submit a bid on behalf of any other person. As your auctioneer, I'll identify those parties throughout this morning's proceedings. Now, I do note that we have a number of our colleagues from within Harcourts Gold and our colleagues from around the city that are here representing buyers in the room and on the telephones. Be assured, we have seen the paperwork, we've cited it, we're abundantly comfortable with it, as should you be. Now, pursuant to 2.5, our sellers, they have given myself and myself alone the sole and exclusive rights to bid on their behalf. Should I place a bid on behalf of our owners, ladies and gentlemen, be rest assured it'll be well south of the reserve price. I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid or bidding on behalf of the owner. You will know that I have placed those bids. Pursuant to 2.6, our sellers, they reserve the right to withdraw the property from sale before it has been sold and without declaring the reserve price. What that refers to, folks, is that if we don't reach our reserve, I'm simply going to pause. I'm going to speak with our highest bidder. Once we've had those discussions, we'll come back in the room. One of several things will have taken place. Our sellers and our buyers may or may not have altered their instructions. We will either be on the market and selling or we won't. Or in fact, our sellers have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn the property from auction and sold it outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid, as we will deal with you first. Now, if a dispute arising any bid, I'll simply determine that dispute or re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. The conclusion of the auction, which is the fall of the hammer, you'll be required to do several things. Firstly, sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words, the contract. Pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. They are the rules in which you bid and buy for today. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Be loud, be strong with your bidding. There is a large group in the room here. We do have face masks on, but we will take our time to identify such bids. The property itself, though, buyers, it's formally described as number 48 Weka Street, Fendalton, Christchurch City. This is a freehold parcel of land, some 759 square metres. It is on Lot 5, deposited plan 11875. It is contained, it is described in Certificate of Title, Volume 476, Folio 108 of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession. You're bidding today, well, that's GST inclusive. So what you bid is what you pay. No change to the chattels. Not going to go through that. We'll take that as being read and accepted. We also take that you have read and understood clauses 22 through to 25. You bid, you buy on that basis. And once again, buyers, as I've said, cash and unconditional is your bidding. Possession, settlement date, that's the day your life gets a whole lot better. That's set down for the 29th of October 2021 or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Let me take you back one last time before we look for your competitive bidding. This, in my view, is a single level stunner in the heart of Fendalton. It's an extensively updated throughout. You've had the pleasure of wandering through the home. You know what I'm talking about. It's in a tightly held and highly desirable location. We know the location. It is second to none. It's set for a wonderful, wonderful lifestyle. Beautiful northwest aspect of this home, getting all of that abundance of sun and, of course, the ambient heat that offers. This really is one of those fabulous homes. High quality appliances set the scene for many a culinary delight, I would suggest. I love the mix of hard and soft surfaces, the spread of accommodation, the quality of the bathrooms, and the location, as I've already said. The zoning, it paves way for a beautiful education for the little ones and perhaps a further education for yourself. This is a wonderful offering. Instructions are open the bidding at $1 million and I'll look for 50 on the rise. At $1 million with me.
1.8.
1.8. Johnny Nichols, that's the way to do it, but don't be afraid, folks, at 1.8. $1,800,000. Is there 50 on the rise? At 1.8 the bid now. At 1,800,000. I look for 50 on the rise. 1,850. Thank you. Oh, 2 million, Grant. Thanks very much. At 2 million. Do you come back with another 1.8, Johnny? At 2 million the bid. You bidding, sir? You're going to put your hand up. Over here, 2050. 2,050,000's the bid. It's down here, 2,050,000, 3 in at the stage.
2.1.
2.1. Thank you, Johnny. Grant, I look back to you at 2.1 here. 2,150 back with you, Peter. At 2,150's the call. At 2,150,000. Do you go 2.2, Johnny? Be no hesitation at this. At 2,150. At 2,150,000, Grant, I look back to you at 2.1. 2.2. Thank you, Grant. Welcome back. Hope to see you at the end. It's against you now, Johnny, and you, Peter. It's in the corner. 2.2's the bid. I look for 50 on the rise. Should be no hesitation in this location. Sorry? 50. Thank you, Peter. 2,250. 22.50's the bid. $2,250,000. Grant, do you go 2.3? Quickly. 2,250. First call then at 2,250,000. Second, Johnny, are you in? Out? Take it 25, Grant, if it helps. Third call in at 2,250,000. 5,000. 2,255,000. 60. 5. Yep. 2,265,000. Happy to take your fives at 2,265,000, Peter. 2,265,000.
2,265,000.
First call. Happy to take your fives, Grant. 2,265,000. Johnny, don't often see you lose at 2,265,000.
No response.
First call at 2,265,000. Second. Third final call. Peter, can I ask you to increase? I can't sell it to you at 2,265,000. I don't have those instructions. Not sure we will. 2,265,000. I look for a bid from here at 2,265,000. Beautiful home, wonderful location at 2,265,000. 2,265,000. Grant, I look back to you. Is there another 5? Happy to work in your 5s. Beautiful location. They don't come around like this too often.
No, it's not.
At 2,265,000.
Not on the market.
Do I need to walk you back through? At 2,265,000. I put you on notice, buyers. I'm going to pause at 2,265,000. We pause with the highest bidder. Now's the time. If you want to be spoken to, you need to place a bid. Once at 2,265,000. Twice the money at 2,265,000. Third call at 2,265,000. Pausing with you, Peter. We'll pause with you at 2,265,000. Options still alive. We'll be back shortly with an update at 2,265,000.
On a previous auction, our third of the day, being 150 Holly Road, we paused some time ago with the bid at $990,000. We have had some discussions with our highest bidder. The conclusion of those conversations is this: our highest bidder has very graciously increased their bid through to $1,080,000. Lynn, I'll just get you to confirm that bid at 1080. Nicely done. Confirming the bid then at $1,080,000. I now turn to our lovely owners at that level. Your instructions are clear. We are on the market and selling. Happy to sell at $1 million. Where are my? Sorry. Where are my owners? Did my owners come back in? Apologies. My owners aren't here. They're still there. They're still coming. That's right. At $1,080,000. I was told they were here. That's okay. At $1,080,000. My understanding is that we are on the market and selling. And I apologise because with the masks, it's so hard to pick faces at the moment. Here's my owners at $1,080,000 confirming that we're on the market and selling. Just get confirmation of that. Thank you very much. At $1,080,000, we're selling. There we go. Hollywood, out she goes. Number 150 at $1,080,000. First chance, second opportunity, third irrevocable time at $1,080,000. We are going, and we are sold. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you for your instructions. Sold at $1,080,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the rostrum. I take you back to our offering at number 48 Weka Street in Fendalton. Now, we paused and left the room some time ago with the bid at $2,265,000. Buyers, I'm delighted to announce that our owners have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn 48 Weka Street and sold it outside the room. Congratulations to both buyers and sellers. Thank you. Good morning, welcome to this morning's auction of number 17 Dunadirty Place in Yoldhurst. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. Indeed, my very, very real pleasure to be your auctioneer for this morning's wonderful, wonderful offering. My role, quite simply, to complete the wonderful work of your lead marketing consultants, Michelle Fu and Cece Liu. Lovely to be working alongside you. They've taken you down that driveway of due diligence over the past 3 to 4 weeks. We're here to complete that wonderful work. Are you two wonderful ladies set to go?
Yes.
Good luck to you, and of course, good luck to our wonderful owners. Now, we operate under Alert Level 2 COVID rules. We ask that you have scanned on the way in. We ask that you have sanitised on the way in. We also ask that you sanitise on the way out, that you remain masked, and in fact, that you remain in your bubbles. We also ask that should you fall ill in the next 10 to 14 days, you do seek some medical advice, and in fact, let us know as well that you are unwell so that we can take the necessary steps. Now, I know that Michelle and Cece, they will have made all of the relevant documentation available, the LIM, the title, and the contract in which we work from. It's to that contract I now take you. It'll come as no surprise our sellers. They've set a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached, or in fact breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept, well, you'll be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I can nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse a bid, should I deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting for the seller, may submit a bid on behalf of any other person. As your auctioneer, I'll identify such parties as we move through this morning's proceedings. I do note that we have a number of our colleagues and our team in the room here today representing buyers in the room. Be assured, I've seen the paperwork. It's completely bona fide. You should be abundantly happy with it, as I am. Now, pursuant to 2.5, the seller has given myself alone, the exclusive right to bid on their behalf. Should I place a bid on their behalf, be assured, buyers, it'll be well below that reserve price, and I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid, or bidding on behalf of the owner. I'll make that abundantly clear. Pursuant to 2.6 of the contract, our sellers, they reserve the right to withdraw the property from sale at any time before it has been sold and without declaring the reserve price. Now, what that means is if we don't reach our reserve, we're simply going to pause with the highest bidder. We're going to hold some discussions. From those discussions, we'll come back to the room. We'll announce one of several things. Our buyers and our sellers have changed their instructions. We'll either be on the market and selling, or we won't be. Or, in fact, our sellers have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn the property from sale and sold it outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid. Now, if a dispute arises concerning any bid, I'll simply determine that dispute, or I'll re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. At the conclusion of the auction, which is the fall of the hammer, should it fall in your favour, you'll be required to do several things. Sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words, the contract. Pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. They are the rules in which you bid and buy for today. Cash. Yes, cash and unconditional is your bidding. We wish you all the best. The property itself, though, it is more formally described as number 17 Dunadirty Place, Broomfield in Christchurch. It's a freehold parcel of land, some 267 square metres. It is on lot 305, deposited plan 443140. It's contained and described in certificate of title, folio 554721. Of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession. Of course, you're bidding today, well, that's GST inclusive. So what you bid is what you pay. No change to the chattels. I won't go through those. And we take that you have read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 23.4. You bid, you buy on that basis. And once again, as I've said, cash and unconditional. Possession settlement date, that's set down for the 29th of October 2021, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. They are the more pertinent points for this morning's offering. But I have to say, if you've had the pleasure like I have, this is a fabulous lock and leave in Yoldhurst. It's an excellent home. I love the open plan setup of the home. I love the easy flow throughout. It's got 2 very, very good bedrooms, off-street parking. Of course, you've got internal access garaging and excellent bathroom facilities. This has to be a cracking good home, whether it be your first home, your second home, your investment, to add to that portfolio. It really is just an absolutely wonderful home. It's a post-earthquake build. That adds to the confidence in which you should have today. Fabulous offering, beautiful home. My instructions: open the bidding at 400,000 on a vendor bid, and I look for 20 on the rise. At 400,000, who bids me 20? Well, that worked. 400,000 on a vendor bid. I look for an increase of 20. Is there 420 in the room? Don't let me limit you though, and not at all at once. At 400,000 on a vendor bid. Very good living, very good location, 400,000. First call, second.
420.
Down here, 420. Welcome to the bidding, sir. I hope to see you at the end at 420. There's my new best friend at 420. 420, centred and seated at 420. I look for 40 on the rise at 420. At $420,000. Once at 420.
440.
440. Welcome in. Michelle working with the buyer at 440. At 440. I come back to you for 460 if you will, sir.
460.
Oh, Graham Jones on the back, 3 in at this stage at 460. Working 480 back with you, Michelle, at 480. 500 sort of talk from here at 480. $480,000. 500 back with you, Jonesy. Thanks so much at 500,000. 500 is the call now. Do you go 520? 520. Thank you, Michelle. At 520. I come back to my starter down here at 520. It's over here. Do you go 540?
540.
540 with you, Jonesy, just ahead of you. Hesitation will only ever cost you more at 540 bid. Do you go 60, Michelle? 540 first at 540.
560.
60 with you, Graham Jones. 560. There's the way to go at 560. Fairly bid and offered now. Wonderful location.
570.
570 down to 10s. Happy to do that though for you at 570, but I play no favourites at 570.
580.
580 with you, Jonesy, sir. I offer you that at 590 at 580. One bid seldom buys, and as Mark's often said, we do have a rule.
585.
585. We're down to 5s now at 585. 600 beckons.
590.
Okay, 590. What do I know? At 590. At $590,000. First call.
Another 5.
95. 600's the call. 600. Thank you. It's 600,000. 600,000. Fairly bid and offered. What are we saying, buyers? At 600. First call.
65.
Welcome back. I knew you had more in you, sir, and I do applaud that at 605. A late charge for the keys. 10 back with you, Joe. 11. Beautiful. Strong. 611. That's 15.
616.
16. There you go. Got a nice ring to it. 20 with you, sir. 620. He nods. Yes, 620, and you go 21. Key to the door. There you go. 621. Fairly bid and offered now at 621. I look for 5. 621's the call.
625.
625. 26. It's the Mazda. 626. Fairly bid and offered now. It was a very good car in its era. 630. There you go. It's 630. Fairly bid and offered. 31. Strong. 631. Love it. It's 631. My starter down here at 631. First at 631.
35.
35's the call.
36.
36. Beautiful. Do you go to 40 at 636? First call. Second.
645.
645. 645. Don't be put off, sir, at 645. Come back at 600 and...
On the market and selling.
Sorry?
On the market.
We're on the market and selling. There you hear. Heard it here at 645. We play for keeps. I'm selling to my couple on the window at 645. First call then at 645. Another 1,000, sir. I'm going to sell it at 645. Second call.
1,000 more.
46. Welcome to you. Fourth bidder in play at 646. Down here.
47.
47. Do you go 8? 47's bid. 647. Do you go
2,000 more.
49? 649? 50? 650? Honest and transparent way to buy property at 650's the bid. First,
2,000 more.
2. 652. Sir, I come back to you seated. It's at 652 here and we sell.
Another one.
3. 653. Go 5. 655.
2,000 more.
4. There you go. 654. Go to 660, Jonesy. 654 is the bid. First call. I'm going to sell it. Second.
One more.
5. 655. What do you say, sir? It's against you now. It's on the window. But I sell to these good folk here. It's 655.
1,000 more.
6. 656, Jonesy. Keys have just shifted to here. It's 656. Bidney 660, sir. It's back to that open home trail. Shoes on, shoes off. Not a lot of fun. First call and I'm selling. Second. Quickly now.
1,000.
7. What do you say, sir?
500.
Yeah, happily take 500. I wouldn't walk over it in the street. It's 657 and 5. 657 and a half. Jonesy, it's against you. 657.
Number one.
Sorry?
Number one.
58.5. 58.5's the call. 658 and 5. 600.
Another 500.
Another 500. 659. 59's bid at 659,000. But I'm selling. We play for keeps. 60. There you go. 660. The bid now. 66 in a series of zeros. At 660,000, first time, I'm going to sell it. Second time,
2,000 more.
2. 62. 662. 662,000. Do you go to 5, sir? At 662. Take confidence, others see value. Great offering, fabulous location at 662. But I'm going to sell it, first time then, at 662. Second
500.
and a half. 2.5's the bid. 662 and 500. 62 the 5. First time.
664.
664. Beautiful. 664. 664,000. Happy to work in 5, sir. 664's the call. First time. Second time at 664. Third call, sir. You're definitely out. You've changed your mind a couple of times. I'm happy for you to do it again. First, second, third. Hold tight, sir, because I'm delighted to announce that 17 Dunadirty Place, it goes, it is gone and sold. Well fought, well fought. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Well done.
Hey folks, well welcome back. Welcome back to the front of the room. We can now move forward in our catalogue to our lucky number 8 in the catalogue, being number 540 Armagh Street in the heart of Linwood. I welcome to the front of the room for the second time today Mr. Dan Bellacoop. You've already had a successful start selling Sylvia earlier, so good luck here at number 540 Armagh Street in Linwood. Now before we move forward, I will just run you through our COVID-19 processes which you've all been following so well today. Make sure that you've scanned in, checked in with the team, used the tracking app, make sure you've sanitised on the way in, take a moment to sanitise those hands upon your departure. Just keep the social distancing, which we're all following, that's outstanding, and make sure that we keep those masks on at all times. That would be hugely appreciated. If you do become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could just let someone from the Harcourts Gold Management team know of that situation, just so we can follow the processes that we are required to follow by Jacinda and the team up in Wellington. Now, as you might expect with our auction today, our owners have set a confidential reserve price. I won't be disclosing that to you, the bidders at large. Your job, very simply, is to work with me, and we work to get the bidding up and over that reserve price. Assuming we can work together and do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser. Now, I may nominate the sum by which those bids increase. I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the very best interests of my owners. And if a dispute arises with any bidding, well, I'll sort that out. We'll more than likely revert to the last undisputed bid and then very simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, you may have heard of vendor bidding. As auctioneer, that is my sole right and responsibility. I can place a vendor bid at various times throughout an auction, but you can be rest assured that it will always be under our reserve price and that I will communicate it very, very clearly to you, ironically using language such as vendor bid. Best course of action is just to bid with confidence over and above those vendor bids and you'll be absolutely fine. Now, I always suggest that you bid quickly and confidently because our owners do reserve the right to withdraw the property from the auction room and sell it outside of our rooms as per clause 2.6 in the contract. So the best advice I can possibly give you is to ensure that you're holding that highest bid at all times, because we will always give you that priority and speak to you first in terms of any negotiations that might occur. At the fall of the hammer, you'll know what that means. That means you are the winner, you're the successful purchaser. Before you commence celebrations, we'll get you to sign the paperwork, and in doing so you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. You'll make a payment of a neat and precise 10% of the purchase price or whatever conditions that you may have agreed upon in writing with our owners. And thirdly and finally, we'll get you to complete the GST information outlined in Schedule 1. Folks, those are the rules of engagement today. Clear, concise, simple and transparent. No matter the fact that we're all wearing masks, it is still a very, very transparent process. Let me just steer you through the finer details here in Armagh Street. An estate in freehold, this one is. A very lucky 888 square metres of that freehold parcel of land. Lot 3, deposit of plan 5751. It's all outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that Dan Bellacoop has made available to your inboxes in recent weeks. Friday the 15th of October of this year is the conjoined settlement and possession date. You may have made arrangements in writing prior to the commencement, which is absolutely fine. You bid and you buy on that basis. I know we have some registered telephone bidders who may come into play. My job is to communicate those and to acknowledge those should those parties come in into the mix today. I've cited the paperwork, very, very happy to move forward on that basis. Schedule 2, well, list of chattels, no warranties given there, all provided on an as-is, where-is basis, as is the property in its entirety. You would have reviewed that in clause 22, and you bid and you buy on those clauses at the rear of the agreement being clauses 22 through to 27. I take them as being read and understood by all of you lovely folk. Well, Dan, they say that the best investment on earth is ironically earth itself, and I think that this lucky 888 square metres of that RMD land, this is a wonderful opportunity. It plays host to that timeless villa that you all will have all seen, and it enjoys the unique privilege of enjoying views right across the city, even out to the Alps when I was there. Yes, I know I'm almost 2 metres tall, but I was able to spy the Alps, which is something that you cannot normally do in Linwood, something you would normally associate with Linwood. Now, normally people would think of Dan and myself when they think of 4 metres worth of stud height, if one of us was standing on the other's shoulders, but that's actually the amount of space that you get when you head inside number 540 Armagh Street. So much vertical space in there with that beautiful big high 4 metre stud, plenty of space. It's the Kauri flooring that lies beneath you. So it's the character, it's the charm that you get with this beautiful old girl. Now, as I referred to before, it might just be the land that you're looking for here. I can completely understand and appreciate that too. No matter your situation, no matter your motivation, this is a good home and this is a good opportunity. It makes a whole lot of sense, and I would suggest potentially a whole lot of dollars for you as well. Folks, my instruction's very clear here today, and that is to open the bidding on behalf of my owners, placing a vendor bid at $450,000. Where do we go to from there? Who's got $25,000 to kick things along? $450 on a vendor bid, looking for $475. $500. Brendan, thank you very much. Even better than I was asking for. Sorry to disrespect you and your buyer at $500,000. There we go. Underway at $500,000. Do we move in the 50s? Happy to take 25s if you're more comfortable. Let me know. First chance at $500,000. RMD land, lucky Triple H. Twice now. $500,000. Opportunities knocking here. Third quickly. Well, straight back with me. I'm going to match that, Brendan, at $550 on behalf of my owners, not selling, at $550,000. Vendor bid with me at $550. Looking for interest north of that level at $550. Once called. $560. Okay, not as good as I was looking for, but I'll take the 10 from you. Ambitious bidding. Good luck at $560. We move north together, which is the key thing. At $560. Brendan, you get me through to $600 with your buy, wouldn't you? At $560 here. Once called. With our fresh interest to your right. Twice now. That's your competition, not me. At $560. Third. Final time at $560, or do you just match that, Brendan, and get me to $70? You just put a wee 10 on the side, surely. Yep, $570. Nicely done at $570. Welcome back. Dan, the bid moves over here. The control in the room moves back here at $570. $580 is the next rung up the ladder. Or do you come back with something punchy and strong? Come back at $600 potentially. $570 here once called. $580, welcome back, absolutely, at $580. At $580. There's our barometer in the marketplace. Here's our social proof.
600 back.
600 back. There we go. Just accelerates things. Puts 20 together. 610, thank you. Staying in the 10s. Happy to take 20s from your buyer, Brendan, if you like. At 610 once called. Twice now. 620. There we go. 620 here. Doing those calculations, I'm sure it still makes sense. At 620. Once, twice, third. 630, thank you. At 630. Just the two in it at this stage. Doesn't need to be a spectator sport, as I always say. Just need to get that hand in the air. At 630. Once. Twice at 630. What say you, Brendan? Third, here at 650. Yep, nice bit at 650. There we go. Doubles me up once more at 650, but I'm happy to take 10s from you. We get to Chris's favourite band if you bid me another 10. At $650,000 here. Once called for $888. Lucky square metres of that prime time land. RMD land. They're not making any more land. Twice. 55. Very good. Not sure if it's going to do it. Probably won't intimidate the other buyers, but that's fine. Continue to work with you. Keep your nose in front. 660. There it is. There you go, Chris. You got your wish at 660. Your favourite band at 660. So you claim. At $660,000 the bid. Once called at 660. Twice, let me get to 3. I'm still learning to count.
65.
65 here. And 70. Let's keep going for a bit, Anna, and see how we go at 670. 670 the bid, quickly back. You'd go 675. Once called at 70. Twice now. For Armagh Street. City fringe, I'd call this. Just outside the 4 A's. Third, at 670. Do you come back with another wee 5 on the side? Just a cheeky 5. 80, even better. At 680 here, Anna. The power's swung to the right. At 680. 680 the bid here. You've had your wee netter. Now concentrate in on me. Is it 690, can I say? Fairly bit away.
690.
690. Leave 700 wide open. Always get to those psychological barriers first. Keep doing those calculations. At 690 the bid here. In the middle. Once. Twice. 7 there it is. At 700. Welcome back. At 700 000 the bid. Fairly bit away. At 700. Slowly but surely, Chris, today, isn't it? Everyone taking their time. That's fine.
Everything counts though, Mark, doesn't it?
It does. Good things
Yeah.
take time, as the
Yes.
advert says.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, a little bit more cheese in the sandwich and we might get there together. Need a little bit more. Once cool. Bids here at 7.
Yeah.
Yep, less steps for you to work on, Anna. Twice cool at 700. Third. Final chance at 700. 710. Now it's here, Anna, at 710. But I'm sure you're following that. At 710. You don't know where to turn it. 710. On the rebuttal, that's the return of serve. At 710. Slow and steady is the race today at 710. It's a marathon, not a sprint sometimes. At 710. But you get fit running up to those elevated views here at 540 Armagh Street. At 710 the bid. Once cool at 710. Twice now. Is it another 5? 715 it is, Anna. Back with Dan Ballacoop's buyers at 715. At $715,000. At 715. First. At 715. Twice as I count it down.
720,000.
720,000. Mr. Mark O'Loughlin. Nice to see you, my friend. At 720. 3 in it at this stage. Just gives you confidence. Social proof, as I say. Good opportunity. 3C values here at $720,000. Across the far side. Brendan, Dan, it's against both of your buys. You've done all the legwork. Now's the time to fight. First chance at 720, twice. And third and final, Anna. 22 at 722. 22, as Richie Beno would say. The great Richie Beno at 722. Mark, do you take me through to 732? Place another $10,000 bid like last time.
725.
725, very good. 3,000 on the rise at 7, 2 and 5. At 725. Cool, calm and considered at 725. Once cool at 725. Is another
730,000.
and 30. Thank you, bidding on top of yourself. Not your first auction you've been to, Mark. At 730,000.
35.
And 35. 40 I make it next, and I think it would be your bidder's turn next, Dan. But at 735 I have the bid here. Once. At 35. Twice cool. At 735. Good work, Anna. You're getting your steps in today. Third and final. At $735,000. Mark,
So what's the bid?
the bid's here with Brendan at 735.
737.5.
737 and change. Very good. 2.5.
38.
738, so just 500. Yep, absolutely. Puts a monkey on the side.
739.
739.
740.
740.
750,000.
750. That's better. It's a bit punchier. At 750.
Mark, we're on the market and selling.
Very good. Very clear, as is your mask, at 750,000 that we're on the market and we're selling at 750. Selling here in the corner with Mark O'Loughlin's buyer on the phone at 750 once, and she sells 752. Confirming at 752. Thank you. Welcome back. All of that was just a warm-up. That was the curtain raiser. Now we're on the market and selling. This is the time you fight. 753. A wee thousand on the side at 753. 54. 5. 755 here. Is it 756? Or do I sell here at 755?
760,000.
760 jumps the bidding. Good power play at this stage at 7, 6 and 0. First chance, selling. Twice now. Second place is not much fun. Silver medal never feels very good hung around the neck in these situations. Third and final at 760. Am I selling? Need to know. A little bit hard to tell with the masks on. 762. It's back against you, Mark and Brendan at 762. The bid's here. 765, absolutely. 3 on the rise at 765. Location and land here on offer. And a beautiful old lady that sits upon it. Don't forget that 4 metre stud. Dan and I will go around and prove it later that it is 4 metres. At 765. Who goes on whose shoulders though? That's the scary thought. First chance. Second. Third and final.
66.
66. Clickety click. Welcome back. At 766,000.
67.
67 it is. 767. We take off. We're flying. At 767. Selling. Once. At 767. Twice. Do the sums, Brendan. Third.
68 here, Mark.
68.
770,000.
770 now. 770. Can't pick this one. At $770,000. Hard to pick. First call. At 770. All I know is that Mark's buyer's in the lead at this point in time at 770. Twice called. Third. 71. 71 here, Mark. Just a cheeky thousand on the side.
775,000.
7 3/4 at 775. 76 hasn't put them off. Resolution they're bidding at 776. Do you go 777?
777.
777, 000. And 780 I might suggest. 780 or 778?
778.
Thank you. A little bit hard as I said with the mask at 778.
780,000.
780 doubles me up, puts 2 on. At $780,000 for Armagh Street, 540 it is, and we're at 780. Once called and selling. Twice now, penultimate opportunity.
81.
81 on top, or just 81?
781.
781, just checking. At 781,000, selling.
790,000.
It's a good bid, Mark. That's the way I would have done it as well, at 790. Puts 9 on. Do you match that? At 790 I have. That's why I love auction. You can change your mind as many times as you like. At 790 here. Don't let that good strong bid put you off. First call. At 790, twice the money. Do you go to 799? Third and final at $790,000. Is it no for now or no forever? No forever. Clear and concise. Doesn't get much clearer for that. You don't throw $500 at it. No. Appreciate the bidding. Brendan, all done? Hammer's coming down. Beg your pardon?
500.
500. Welcome back. It was just no for now. At 790 and change. At 790, 500.
795,000.
795. I turn to my friends here, working with Dan, at 795. At 795. Is it another one? Or do we just deal with it at 800,000 perhaps? First call. 795. Twice called. Third final chance. At 795 here. Brendan, you're done. You're sure. Appreciate the participation today. And we're all done.
800.
There we go. 800,000. Nice work. At $800,000. Let everyone consider their position from here. Take another big deep breath, Mark. Be courageous. At 800,000. Selling. At 800,000. First chance. Twice now.
805.
805. And he stays alive at 805. What say you, Dan? What say your buyers? At 805. 810. 810 the bid. At 810. Tahi. At 810. Rua. Second. Toru.
812 and a half.
812 and change. 815. At $815,000.
816.
816, 816. 820, there we go. And 21. 25. It's 825, that's right. Take a couple of deep breaths, Mark, with the mask on. It's a little bit harder, I know. All those morning walks, though. 826. At 826. 830. 826 the bid. Once. 830, there we go. Nice leisurely time for breakfast. At 830.
835,000.
835, there we go. At 835. At $835,000 the bid. Imagine if this was a deadline. How would you make your offer? At 835.
Died a long time ago.
Transparent, open, change your mind. Brendan, you can come back at any stage if you like. First chance. At 835. Twice called. Are you sure? Are we getting to that stage? Third call. At $835,000. You happy for me to sell here? 836? No? All done? Okay. $500 like last time? Out, done, silent. Appreciate the bidding. Genuinely do. At $835,000. It's been a marathon, not a sprint today. 540 Armagh Street in Linwood. At $835,000. I sell here at 835. It goes, and it is sold. Hold up. Thank you, Mark, and to our two underbidders. Genuinely appreciate the interest today. Thank you for travelling along with us today. All the very best. To number 10, Strohan Road in Strohan, an exciting last auction there. We now move forward, and I welcome to the front of the room Mr. Cameron Bailey, our properties ambassador over the last few weeks. Welcome into you, Cam. Good luck to you and good luck to our owner here in Strohan Road. Before we make a start, I'll just quickly run you through the COVID-19 procedures. Make sure you've checked in, you've scanned in, you've sanitised on the way in, sanitise on your way out. And if you become unwell in the next 14 days, please just let someone from the team know so we can follow the processes that we're required to do so. We're working to a confidential reserve price. Your job as the bidders is to get the bidding up and over that confidential reserve price. I might suggest the bids or the increments by which we raise today. I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interest of our owners, and if any disputes arise, well, I'll sort that out. We'll just revert to the last undisputed bid most likely and then recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, vendor bidding, that is my sole right and responsibility as the auctioneer. I may place vendor bids from time to time. If I do so, they're always well under our reserve, and I'll communicate them to you very, very clearly, so you'll be under no illusion as to who the bid sits with and where the bid is at. Now, at the fall of the hammer, we'll get you to do a few things. We'll get you to sign the paperwork. You'll arrange to make payment of 10% of the purchase price by way of a deposit, and you'll complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So, folks, that's how things will work today. Those are the rules and the regulations by which we play. Now, 10 Strohan Road in Strohan. This is an estate and freehold, 501 square metres more or less, so the Levi's land there. Lot 1, deposited plan 83263, that's all outlined in that certificate of title that Cameron and the teams made available to you all in recent weeks. Settlement date I have set down for Thursday the 28th of October 2021, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Schedule 2 that outlines the list of chattels. I note there the B&W surround sound system, that sounds fast, and those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 24. You bid and you buy on that basis here this afternoon. Well, I just think that this is an absolutely sleek and sophisticated home in what is an enviable position. You're going to want for very, very little here. From inside and out, there's just multiple positions and situations for you to sit back and relax, from that breakfast bar in the morning for that morning espresso, perhaps through to something a little more punchy in the afternoon or evening. Just so many places to enjoy, to kick back and relax. You can relax. Speaking of relaxing, it seems to be a reoccurring theme here. That cosy fire, that's going to be a beautiful place to be in the cooler months. 4 bedrooms, that will solve all of your accommodation woes. The master, you just get away from it all there. That's your beautiful place to relax at the end of the day. And that outlook from the balcony, well, that is worth the price of admission alone. It's located where the shopping is absolutely on point. The school zones are beyond repute, and you have the CBD and Hagley Park but mere moments away. Folks, I now turn to you for your opinion on value, on price. Who's got an opening bid or offer for me? 1.2, nice place to start, comfortable place to start at $1,200,000. First call at 1.2 for number 10. Twice now, let's move in the 50s. Who's got 1,250 for me? Third and final chance at $1,200,000. Well, look, I'm not going to artificially run up the program and stand here vendor bidding against you. Let's just take a pause. We'll have a discussion with you. Cameron will present an opportunity for you to buy number 10 Strohan Road very, very soon. Pausing at 1.2. Folks, thank you for your patience. Let us move forward now to our 10th opportunity of our program today and what has been a wonderful morning and early afternoon of auctions. This is number 16 Havelock Street in Phillipstown that we are all here for. Michelle Fu, Graham Jones, they've been your tour guides to ownership here at number 16. Before I get into the juicy parts of the auction, let me just take you through some of the housekeeping that we need to follow. Make sure you've checked in with the team out front, you've used the scanning app, you've sanitised your hands. Please take a moment to sanitise upon your departure. That would be appreciated. And if you become unwell in the next 14 days, please let someone from the Harcourts Gold team know of that situation, just so we can follow through the processes we're required to do so. Now, today we work to a confidential reserve price. Your job as the bidders is very simply to get the bidding up and over that confidential reserve price, assuming we can work together and do that. The highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser. I might give you some suggestions in terms of the increments by which those bids raise, but by the whole, I'm going to be very happy to work alongside you and your genuine bids. Now, vendor bids, you may have heard of those. As the auctioneer, that's my sole right to place any bids on behalf of my lovely owners. If I do so, they'll always be under the reserve price, and I'll label them very clearly. I will always say vendor bid, or the bid is with me and my owners. So best course of action is to bid with confidence over and above those vendor bids, and you'll be absolutely fine. Now, the part you're all here for is when the hammer falls to the rostrum. If it falls in your direction, you are the successful purchaser. Before you commence celebrations, we'll get you to complete the paperwork. We'll get you to pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price. And finally, we'll get you to complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So, folks, those are the rules of engagement today. That is how we will play for the keys in Havelock Street. The property is a little more formally described as being in a state and freehold. It's 488, a reoccurring theme today with all the 8s. Lucky 88, I would suggest, 488 square metres of that freehold land. That's Lot 1, Depositor Plan 21338. That's all outlined in that certificate of title that Michelle, Graham and the team have made available to you. The settlement date is set down for the 7th of October 2021. That is next Thursday. You may have made arrangements in writing for a different date. That is fine. You'll play on those terms today. You would have reviewed the Schedule 2, which outlines the list of chattels, and you would have reviewed those further terms, being clauses 22 through to 24. Well, I think when it comes to life, and potentially when it comes to buying property, we often look upwards, don't we? We look upwards for direction or inspiration. But I think here in Havelock, you actually need to look downwards. You need to look down to what lies beneath your feet. And in this situation, it's 488 square metres of that RMD land that lies beneath this beautifully renovated character villa, I might add. Very, very tidy in its appearance, in its upkeep. Plenty of good life left in this renovated villa. It's currently split into 2 flats, as you will know, and it's returning a combined $665 per week. So excellent cash flow with this one. If you end up buying it, you can just consider your position before making some plans towards the future. No matter what those plans are, you might redevelop, you might hold it in its current state. I just think that the location will do you so well for many, many years to come. Now remember, in property and in life, there are the haves and the have-locks, Chris. Make sure that you are the former by buying the latter.
Beautifully put, Mark. Beautifully put.
Opening bid. I was up late working on that one. Opening bid, opening offer. Who says go first? Who's got 400 for me? Beg your pardon, what's your bid? 400?
300.
Very, very ambitious. I'd need to see another 100 on. Respectfully, I'm going to say no. Bid me 400 and we can continue to work together. It might have been worth that 20 years ago, I'm not sure. Looking for 400, otherwise I was placed a vendor bid at 400. Very good, 400 with me on a vendor bid. Optimistic at 300, 400,000 on a vendor bid with me. 400, 000 the bid. Let's move in 20s on the rise from there. Need to see value north of that level. Once called at 400,000 on a vendor bid, twice the money for RMD land. Third final chance. 410. Very good. Happy to knock me down today. That's okay. I can take a beating up here at 410. That's fine. Let's move in the 10s if you like. 420. There we go. At 420 and 30, it's your turn next. At 420 the bid now. 430, 440, 450, 450, 460, 70,
490.
490, jumps things up. Do you go 500? Stick in the tens if you like. At 490 the bid here, once called. At 490, twice now. At 490, third. Irrefutable time. At 490. Need to see an increase. Or do you just increase the bid on top of yourself, sir? At this level, you'd be very comfortable to do so.
500.
500. Welcome back.
520.
520. Nicely done. Moving in the 20s here and the 10s over here. Looking for 30 from you. Once called at 520. Twice the money. This one makes a whole lot of dollars and cents. Third and final at 520. Just looking for a mere 10 on the side. At 520. Graham, get your buyers ready to bid again. At 520, or you can just bid now, I don't mind. At 520. That's it, get the calculator out. It's been out a few times in the gold auction rooms today, and that's absolutely fine. I'll take 5, Michelle, if that helps them. Happy to take 525. Does a wee 5 help? At 525. At 520 the bid lies, currently tenanted. The 2 flats returning 665 a week. Bidders here sitting happy in the lead, but I do need an advance. Don't have instructions at these comfortable levels. How are we looking, David? At 520 the bids against you and your buyers. Anna, what would you like to do? We've got the bid here at 520 and I've called it 3 times as a threat, but it hasn't really done much.
Pause.
We might take a pause, are we?
Yeah, just 2 minutes.
A 2-minute pause. Okay, you start the stopwatches.
2 minutes.
Oh, we want to play the auction for 2 more minutes? I thought I was in charge here as well, Chris, but it seems... Another 5,000. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, David. Welcome back at 5:30. There we go. Straight back. Take a leaf out of their book and come back quickly like that. That's the way to do it. Come with a plan. That's the way to do it. At 530, you'd bid me 535. But at 530, I have. Once called, twice the money. At 530 here, third and final. It wasn't a bad BMW, the 530, but the 540 was just a touch nicer, I thought, Chris.
That was the VA.
It was the VA. Luxury motoring. Yes. But at 530, you still owned a BMW.
Yes. And a good one.
Which should be a good or a bad thing, depending on how old it is. At 530,000 the bid. Looking for another 5, Anna on the rise. At 530.
Another 1,000.
Another 1,000.
And then we'll pause.
Okay, well, I'll give everyone a chance to come back. 535. Another 1,000, is it? The bid's here at 535. I always suggest coming back with something stronger because it doesn't put the other party off. At 535, I count it down 3 times. First chance, second, and third and final at 535, the bid here. But I will take 1,000 from you if that's more to your liking. At 535. Or do I pause here? All rights transfer here. They've turned their back on me. I'm not a pretty sight, I know. But all the action is up here, unfortunately, at 535. David, any increase here, or do I just pause here and have a conversation? Okay. The bid is still here. I'm told we're talking over here. Need to verbalise that in terms of money this way, otherwise I will just pause here and all rights transfer here, including clause 2.6 in the agreement. The property can be withdrawn and sold at any time. I'd hate for you to run that risk if there's more money. Hold the highest bid, hold that control. Michelle, David, very good. Well, I'm just going to pause here at $535,000. Are you bidding or are we not? Very good. Pausing here at 535. 536 and 540. There we go. Need to be a bit quicker with our bidding, please, because I'm going to pause here at $540,000. I give you 3 chances to bid over and above that 540. Otherwise, I do pause and I talk here. Once the bid at 540, the V8 Beamer. Twice now. You'd look good in one, Chris, I think. Third and final. At 540 here. Do I pause? Do we have a conversation? How are we looking? Very good. Well, pausing here with you fine gentlemen at $540,000. We're going to go and find some space out in the back rooms and present an opportunity for you to own at $540,000. Pausing at 540.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to this afternoon's auction of 423 Weka Road in Burnside. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. Indeed, my very real pleasure to be your auctioneer for this afternoon's auction of Weka Road. My role here, quite simply complete the wonderful work carried out by Mark Wong and Yuting Yin. They've been your tour guides to ownership over the past 3 to 4 weeks. Lovely to see you both in the auction rooms. You all set to go? Good luck to you, and of course good luck to our wonderful owners. We do work under alert level 2 restrictions, and I do remind you that we need you to scan on the way in, sanitize on the way in, sanitize on the way out, stay in your bubbles, and please remain masked. If you do fall ill in the next 10 to 14 days, please see your medical practitioner, and do let us know as well so that we can do what is necessary at our end. Now, I know that Mark and Yuting, they will have made all the relevant documentation available, the LIM, the title, and the contract in which we work from. It's to that contract I now take you. Now, our owners, they've set a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I'll nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse a bid should I deem it not to be in the best interest of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting on behalf of the seller, may submit a bid on behalf of any other person. And as your auctioneer, I'll identify that as we move through today. Now, I do note that we've got a number of our own team in the rooms here today. They're working with buyers. We've seen the paperwork. We're very, very happy with it, as should you be. Now, pursuant to 2.5, our seller, they've given myself and myself alone the exclusive right to place bids on their behalf. Should I place a bid on behalf of our owners, be assured buyers, it'll be well below the reserve price, and I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid, bidding on behalf of the owners. Along with 2.6 of the contract, our owners, they reserve the right to withdraw the property for sale before it has been sold and without declaring the reserve price. Now, what that refers to is if we don't reach our reserve, we'll simply pause. We'll pause and have a conversation with the highest bidder. From those conversations, we'll come back to the room and announce one of several things. Our sellers and our buyers may or may not have altered their instructions. We may or may not be on the market and selling. Or finally, that our owners have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn the property from sale and they've sold it outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid, as we will talk with you first. Now, if a dispute arises any bid, I'll simply determine that dispute, or I will re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. At the conclusion of the auction, should the hammer fall in your favour, you'll be required to sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words, the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. The property itself, though, it's more formally described as 423 Weka Road, Burnside in Christchurch City. This is a freehold parcel of land, some 537 square metres. It is on Lot 5, deposited plan 375817. It's contained and described in Certificate of Title, Folio 304935 of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession. Your bidding today is GST inclusive, so what you bid is what you pay. Possession, settlement, that's one of the same. That's set down for the 21st of October 2021, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. We take that you have read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 25. You bid, you buy on that basis. And of course, buyers, no change to the chattels list. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. I'm just going to take you back one last time, back down memory lane. This is a Burnside bonanza. This is a stunning property that sits sound and secure on its site. Beautifully fenced, secure internal access garaging, loads and loads of off-street parking. Families looking for zoning, this may be the best move of your life. This offers fabulous zoning, wonderful bones. It's a Mike Greer home, so it sits proud and sits beautifully on its site. We know the quality and the build reputation of these homes. I love the big expansive living. It's just fabulous for families. Love that space. The superb kitchen. That's where you'll make those culinary delights at the end of the day and sit with your family to talk about the wins and the spoils. 4 bedrooms, all set the scene for wonderful family living. Now is your time, buyers. I call for your opening offer and bid. What do you say? Beautiful place to start. Jing Jing, nice to see you in the auction rooms at $700,000. $700,000 on an opening bid and offer now. Let's move in 20s if you like. It's $700,000. Is there 20 on from here? Whereabouts?
Here, yep, 720.
20. Sorry, Mark, didn't see you. It's 720. 720, do you go 40, Jing? One bid seldom buys, and we do have that rule that you have to bid 2, and hopefully 3 times. 720 is the bid. It's against you now. It's here at 720. First call.
800.
Beautiful, lovely place to go. Play for the keys. $800,000. 820. There. 40. Beautiful. 60. 880. Beautiful. 900. There we are. $900,000. Fairly bid and offer. Do you go 920, sir? Don't be put off. Beautiful play for the keys at $900,000. at 900. 30. 930. 930,000. What do you say from here, buyers? At 930.
940.
940. Do you come back at 50?
50.
70, even better. What do I know?
50.
Sorry?
50.
Oh, 50, my apologies. 950. Sorry, 950. Just getting the most for the owners at 950.
960.
960, there you go. Do you play 70 now? First at 960.
70.
70. It's 970 here. 900 at 980. There you go. A million beckons at 980. $980,000. Beautiful opportunity. Beautiful big living. Fabulous location in Burnside. Doesn't get much better than this at 980. Then I come to you at 980. At $980,000. I look for instructions at these levels at 980.
On the market and selling.
You've heard it here, folks. I sell for the want of another bid at 980. Now's the time to fight. That was just the warm-up. 3 opportunities. 985. 985.
990.
990. Habit of moving the fives. 995 beckons from here. It's for your future at 990. At 990, I call you back at 5. You'll never regret this decision. 990 bid. First time at 990 with your buyer mark. It's back to 995. Okay, 995. Fresh bidder. Fresh face in the 1 mil. There you go. 1 million. Take confidence. Others see value at $1 million. It's a get.
5,000.
$1,500,000.
5,000.
Yes, gotcha. Thank you so much at $1,500,000. Do you go 10-10? At $1,500,000.
Two on top.
So, $1,700,000. Correct? $1,700,000. $1,700,000. Leaves the door of 10-10 open for you. At $1,700,000. James Bond, 007. Yes, at $1,700,000.
1,000.
8. There you go, at $1,800,000. 1,800,000. There's the bid there, Mark. 10-10's the call from here. 1,000. $1,900,000. It's against you now at $1,900,000 here. You need to bid one more at
1,000.
10-10. There we go. Been calling for it for a while, but at 10-10. 1,010,000. First call and I'm selling. Hammers up. Second, 1,000. 1,011,000. $1,011,000. At $1,011,000, I sell away at $1,011,000. First, quickly. Second, quickly. Third final call at $1,011,000.
Help.
Oh.
2,000.
2,000. $1,013,000. 1,013,000. 15 beckons.
One more.
14. There you go. $1,014,000. Go to 20. Be the best decision you've made all day. At $1,014,000, the bid's here.
5,000.
Oh.
Sorry, 1,000.
1,000. So $1,015,000. Check the bid on the screen. $1,015,000, correct? I'll take that as read. At $1,015,000. At $1,015,000, the bid. It's against you now, Mark, but it's here at $1,015,000. 16 called. It's over here at $1,016,000. It's against you now. Here's the bid. It's over here at $1,016,000. Beautifully played at $1,016,000.
2,000.
$1,018,000. Check the bid. $1,018,000. 1,018,000. There's the bid there at $1,018,000. Do you go 10-20? 1,018,000. 1,018,000's 20. 1,020,000. 10-20's the bid. We're a little past 12:30 though. At 10-20 bid. 10-20's called. First time.
2,000.
22. All the twos. At $1,022,000. Pass the key at the door on at $1,022,000. What do you say, Mark?
500.
500. 22.5. 22 to 5. At $1,022,000 a half. It's sitting here at $1,022,000 and 5. I call for an increase or I sell here.
1,000.
23 to 5.
One more thousand.
Yes, on top of that again, or just the one? At 1,023,500. No, I've got it at 1,023,500. It's against your markets over here at 1,023,500. You're standing in this lady's driveway at 1,023,500. 24,500. 24 and 5. 1,024,500. It's against you. It's over here.
500.
25. There you go. 1,025,000. 1,025,000. Fairly bid and offered at 1,025,000. It's against you, Mark. Power's just shifted to my right. You're left at 1,025,000.
500.
And a half. 25 for 5. 1,025,000 the half. Happy to move in 500s all day long. This is my last for the day. Let's make it count at 1,025,000 the half. First,
2,000, please.
27 and a half. Puts 2 on at 27 the 5. At 1,027 and a half, you don't often lose, Mark, but 1,027 and a half, do we go to 1,030,000? 27.5. Out, done, permission to sell, are you sure? It's just starting to get to know you as well. It's been a wonderful journey. At 1,027,500. Hold tight. First, second, third call in at 1,027,500. Are you sure? Delighted to announce 423 Wairaki Road. It goes, it is gone and sold. Well thought, well thought. Commiserations to my underbidders. Thank you for your participation. I hand over to Mark. We'll do a sweep of the room and bring the next auction in.
We now bring 16 Havelock Street in Phillipstown back into the auction forum, back into the auction room. We paused a little while ago with the bid at 540,000. We have had some discussions out in the back rooms. The conclusion of those discussions is this. The bid still sits at $540,000. So we have had no increase, and I've had no change of instructions. So we are not on the market. I'm looking for fresh and further bidding over and above $540,000 for 16 Havelock Street. We will reopen and recommence the bidding. Has someone got perhaps $550 for me, or $545?
541.
545.
545.
546.
546.
50.
550.
551.
551. 555. All the fives and 3 zeros. You'd bid me 556, wouldn't you? What?
560.
560. Straight over the CRC bid.
65.
65. 65 here as we move north together.
66.
66. Clickety click at 66 at 5, 6 and 6. 70, gentlemen, would you say? Once called at 566, I should say. Twice now at 566, third and final at 566 here. You bid me 70. Will you just...
566,500.
Absolutely, sir. At 566,500. Resolute in their bidding. At 566 and change.
567.
567, we play the $500 game. 567, it's as easy as counting.
500 also.
Absolutely, sir. At 567, 500.
568.
568, there we go.
70.
70. 570 here.
Another 500.
570 and change.
575.
575, sir. Good bid. 5 3/4. Once called at 575. Twice I have bid. I count it down. 3 times at 575. At 575 here. Michelle, David, your turn next. 575 the bid. 5 3/4. Good to see there's laughter. Might mean there's some more money there. 575. Another 1,000, is it, Michelle? Five, 7, 5. 5 3/4 the bid here. Need to see an increase from either party. I don't mind who. Won't discriminate on that basis. That's for sure. Welcome in any further bidding north of that level. Don't play favourites. Just those that hold the highest bid, which is here at the moment at 575, 000. In Havelock Street, returning more than that a week at 665, 575 the bid here. Big discussions, committee meetings left, right and centre, working groups, focus groups. It's like the Labour government. 575. What will be the outcome of all the discussions in the working groups? Hopefully something. At 575, Michelle. $575,000. Chris, I might need to share some of those jokes you were telling me before.
You know that we can't do that, mate.
Get a big rap on the hand last week from Lynette, didn't you?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
575. Gentlemen, we can't see an increase from you.
What was that rental, mate?
665 per week.
Another
Gee.
500.
Another 500. Welcome back.
Another 500 on top of that.
Another 500 on top of that, absolutely, at 576, returning just shy of 35,000 a year. That's what the calculations are based on. Do the numbers. It makes sense. At 576. At 576, counter-punching and punching once more, but these 500s. Who comes back with something stronger, something punchier? At 576, the bid lies here. 576. Periodic tenancy on both flats. The underlying value. It lies beneath. As I said, look down for inspiration here, not up, to the skies, to the heavens. At 576. Once called, twice and third. At 76. Are we bidding or are we pausing, Anna? We're going to pause. Very good. I'm going to pause once more. We'll reopen conversations with our highest bidder at $576,000. Pausing at 576. I know all of you have just been waiting very patiently out the front for 18 St James Ave. Good interest in this property. Before I move forward with the auction for 18 St James Ave, I now just quickly take us back to number 10 Strohan Road in Strohan. We paused the bidding at $1,200,000 there a little while ago. We've had some discussions out in the back rooms, and the conclusions of those discussions are this. Our owner has exercised the right to withdraw that property from the market, and they have sold it outside of the auction room. So congratulations to both parties there at number 10 Strohan Road. I wanted to get everyone in just to see the hammer coming down so you can get excited for our next opportunity in St James Ave, because I know you're all here for that hammer to fall in your favour. I think we can move right along in the interest of expediency to number 18 St James Ave. If I could just find my correct paperwork, then we can move forward accordingly. 18 St James Ave, Leanne Marriott, she's been our properties ambassador over the last few weeks. I know you've been hugely busy here. You've rung the phone out of battery a number of times following up everyone here in St James Ave. Before I run through the property and take you to the part that we're all here for today, I do just need to run through the inevitable COVID-19 health and safety announcement. Make sure you've scanned in, you've checked in on the way in, sanitise the hands on the way in, sanitise your hands upon your exit, your departure at the conclusion of the auction. If you do become unwell in the next 14 days or so, please just let someone from the Harcourts Gold Management team know of that situation, just so that we can follow processes that we're required to do so by Jacinda and her friends up in Wellington. We would appreciate you working alongside us on that matter. Now, social distancing is a wee bit of a challenge here today, but we're doing our absolute best to keep you all separated. So we'll just ask that you do just stick in your little core groups. That would be hugely appreciated. Now, as you might expect with an auction, if you've attended one or you haven't, you probably won't be surprised that our owners have set a confidential reserve price. I won't be disclosing that to you, the bidders at large. Your job is very simple today. That is to get the bidding up and over that confidential reserve price. Now, assuming that we can work together and do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, they'll very simply be the purchaser today. I may nominate the sum by which those bids increase. I can actually refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the very best interest of my owners, and if a dispute arises with any bidding, if there's any argy-bargy with the bidding, well, I'll be sure to sort that out as well. We'll more than likely just revert to the last undisputed bid and then very simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, vendor bidding, you may have heard of that as well. That is my sole right and responsibility as the auctioneer. I can place a vendor bid representing our owners in the marketplace. I can do that, or I will do that, only ever well below our written instructions, below that reserve price. And if I do exercise that right, I'll label it very clearly, ironically using language such as vendor bid. Best course of action for you lovely folk today is just to bid with confidence over and above that vendor bid, and we will be absolutely fine working together. Now, when that hammer comes down, as you saw before, if it falls in your favour, congratulations, you are the successful purchaser. Before you commence celebrations and popping the champagne bottles, we will ask a few things of you. You'll sign the agreement, and in doing so, you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, you will arrange to make a payment of 1/10 or 10% of the purchase price. Thirdly, and finally, you'll complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, very transparent is our process today, no matter the fact that we're all masked up. Open, transparent, change your mind as many times as you like, be confident and bold in your bidding, and you will be just fine. Let us take you through the finer details now of 18 St James Ave in Papanui. This is an estate and freehold. It is 637 square metres of that freehold land. It is Lot 1, Depositor Plan 154333, and that's all outlined in that certificate of title that Leanne has very busily been filling your email inboxes with in recent times. 6th of December 2021, that is the possession and settlement date I have set down in front of me. You may be working to an alternative date, which would have been done in writing and signed off by our owners prior to the commencement of bidding today. Speaking of bidding, I note there are some registered telephone bidders that may come into play. I will communicate them. I will identify them as and when they come into play here this afternoon. Schedule 2, that outlines the list of chattels. You would have seen those, you would have reviewed those, and you bid and you buy on that basis. As you do, those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 26. Cash unconditional is your bidding, as I remind you at every auction. Well, let's go and take one last look at what is a special home. And every now and again, as a team, as an auctioneer, we get the opportunity and the privilege to represent and bring to the market what is a truly special property. This one is a home in every sense of the word. There is just no doubt about it. This is a home that merges the character and the charm of a bygone era just so beautifully, but at the same time it's moved with the times and it's been modernized so beautifully, and the way that the character and those modern features work hand in hand is just a beautiful thing. It is just an absolutely stunning home to be in. I could have spent the whole open home there if I had the time to. It's just a beautiful place to be. Now, flexibility is on offer here in terms of the accommodation. You can make it 3. You've got the office space. Potentially you turn that into your 4th bedroom, just depending on the family dynamics. The master bedroom, see, that's just an absolute masterpiece, and I love the way that the walk-in wardrobe, and you've got the ensuite bathroom just tucked around the corner. In fact, speaking of the ensuite, the family bathroom, that is a sensational place to be. The morning routines will be anything but here. This is a beautiful home. The area just works. You've got the park just down the road. You can send your children to quality schools that are close by. You're just going to live a better life all the way round by owning number 18 St James Ave. Folks, my instructions are to open the bidding representing our owners, placing one of those vendor bids I talked about before at $700,000. I look for 25s on the rise. 1.1.
115.
115 here, Mickey. Thank you. At 1, 2. 3 in at this stage.
25.
1, 2, 2, 5. Couple of power plays early on. Probably read a few. Beg your pardon, Margaret.
1.250.
1250. Mickey. Or across the far side, who goes next? At 1,250,000 I have. Once called.
65.
65 on top, sir. Yep, very good at 1,315,000.
126.
1265, just checking, and
127.
127. Very good. At 1,270,000.
5.
5 on at 1,275. At 1,275,000. 80 here. So we move in the 5s. At 1,280. Once called. At 1,280. Twice now.
129.
129. Puts 10 on. Get me to 1.3, Margaret, or did you just blast right through that?
1295.
Okay, 1295. Mickey leaves your buyers wide open at 1.3. 1.3. Fresh face in the race. Good luck at working with Amanda at 1.3. There we go. Social proof this is a cracking good home. At 1,300,000 I have. Is it 305 here, here, or here? Who goes next? You got a 5.
Number 5.
Thank you, Margaret, at 1,305. For a stunning home. Compelling opportunity. Don't have another one nearly as good as this to sell today. This is just a beautiful home. You fight for these ones. First call. At 1,305,000 and twice I call it down. At 1,305. Third. 5 here at 1,310. At 1,310,000 I might need some instructions at this stage, if I may, at 1,310,000.
Instructions, we're selling.
We're selling. There we go. That's very, very clear. Confirming at 1,310,000. Change of instructions. I sell down the back. At 1,310,000.
Number 5, please.
315.
20.
20. I take it as 1,320 at 1,320,000. Selling. Once called. At 1,320 for a beautiful home. We sell you happiness and a home. At 1,320.
5.
330. At 1,330,000.
1, 3.
331. Hard to 2 here at 333. It's got a nice ring to it. At 1,333,000. Selling.
1335.
335. At 1,335.
Number 2.
Another 2 at 37. At 1,337. 3 zeros after that. Once I count it down, twice I sell. At 1,337. One more at 38. And 40. At 1,340. How are we looking down here, Mickey? At 1,340,000 it's down the back, and I sell. Margaret's walked out on me. She's come back. It's probably not the first time a woman's walked out on me.
150 with us. Good.
What was the bid?
1350.
Thank you, at 1350. That's a good bid. But it hasn't put them off at 1352. At 1352. Selling. Amanda. At 1352. You fight for these good ones. Geez, imagine if you ever chose to sell, how many people would be back? But you wouldn't want to. You just want to own it forever. First chance. At 1,352,000. Twice. Penultimate. Third. Where's Margaret?
They need to come.
One more or one more minute?
1360.
360. There we go. We go full circle. Two more. Geez, it hasn't put them off though. That was a good bid. At 1,362,000. 1.4 would be a courageous and strong bid, Chris, but it might be the one to do it. You need to come in with something punchy, but steadfast and all done. Surprising, at 1,362,000, I sell down the back. I count it down 3 times. I do give everyone fair opportunity. At 1,362,000 for 18 St James. Twice.
163.
63. 2 more at 65. Thank you. At 365, alongside the million. Let's not forget. At 1,365,000.
500.
365 and change. 2 more at 367.5. At 13675. I'd go 370. Square the ledger. Somewhat. At 1367500 I have. Once called, selling down the back. Twice I count it down for your future happiness. For those beautiful Christmas parties. Family gatherings. Third. Final call. At 13675, Margaret. Are we all done? Out. Done. Done here, Mickey. Amanda, done. Hammer's coming down here. At 1,367,500, you've bought a stunning, beautiful home. Delighted to announce 18 St James Ave. It goes, and it is sold down the back. Well done. Congratulations to numerous interested parties in the room. I thank you for your keen interest, for your bidding throughout the auction as well. I ask you all sanitize on your way out and have a fantastic afternoon. For you, 16 Havelock Street in Phillipstown. We paused after some good bidding at $576,000. We have had some discussions with our highest bidder. The conclusion of those discussions is that our owners have exercised their right under clause 2.6 in the contract. They have withdrawn the property outside of the auction room and they have sold it outside of the auction room. So well done. Congratulations to all parties there in Havelock Street. We will very, very shortly be moving forward to number 50 Pier Street being our last of the day. Everything else is concluded. Alrighty folks, we now move forward to the last of the day, 50 Pier Street in Upper Riccarton. Shelley Howe, she's been your lead agent representing this stunning opportunity in Upper Riccarton. Before we move forward with the auction, I will just walk you through the COVID processes that we're required to disclose to you. Make sure that you've scanned in, you've checked in on the way in. Sanitise your hands on the way in, sanitise your hands upon your departure. If you become unwell in the next 14 days, please let someone from the Harcourts Gold Management team know of that situation, just so we can work through the processes we are required to follow. And make sure you keep your mask on and keep your social distancing throughout the auction. That would be hugely appreciated. Now, this last auction of the day is a brought forward auction. So what that means is our owners have received a pre-auction offer at an acceptable level to them. In a few minutes' time, I'll announce the level of that the pre-auction offer level. If I see further bidding, I welcome in further bidding over and above that level. If we do so, we will hold an auction. If I don't, I simply knock the property down to the initiator and the property will be sold at that level. Let's go and take a look at number 50 Pier Street in Upper Riccarton. This is an estate and freehold, 726 square metres off that freehold land lot, 3 depositor plan 22571. It's all outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that Shelley and the team have made available to one and all. 25th of November of this year, or any other such date that has been mutually agreed upon in writing, that is our conjoined settlement and possession date. I note there are some registered telephone bidders that may come into play. I've seen the paperwork, very happy to move forward on that basis. So don't be surprised if some of my colleagues in the room are acting on behalf. Now, Schedule 2, that outlines the list of chattels. I won't go through it. Needless to say, the detail and the contents of which are beyond repute. Further terms of sale, clauses 22 to 25. You bid and you buy on that basis here today, folks. Well, this is a home that's approaching the magical 100-year mark. It's a home from a bygone era when it was a much, much simpler world out there. The character features, well, they are aplenty in this one, and you get to enjoy them every time that you come in through the front door. I love the fact that there's 4 double bedrooms inside the main dwelling, plus you've got that flexibility and opportunity with that separate studio that will just work for a whole number of different situations. Now, the location itself, it just absolutely speaks volumes to me. It's so close to the new world, which will change your world every day you go in there. You've got Church Corner just up the way for great cheap eats and great markets down there, and you've got the Canterbury University. So this really is an educated opportunity right across the board. Underlying it all is the RSDT land. That means this location will continue to work for you for a number of years and generations to come. This one is simply without peer. My instructions are to confirm with you the acceptable pre-auction offer level. We're all set to go, are we, Shelley? All set to go and confirm. Very good.
That's right.
Okay, that's okay. What we'll do is we'll just get them signed off. I'm just going to announce the acceptable pre-auction offer level, because everyone will need a little bit of time just to have a wee think about that, and then we'll just be working through that paperwork as we go if those people choose to bid. Are those parties here, Shelley, or are they online? Okay, we're just going to take a pause. They're both here, so that's perfect. That means we can just wait a few minutes. It's the last of the day. The sun is shining. Once we get all the paperwork signed off, we'll be just fine. No worries at all. Let's just build that anticipation a little bit before I announce that magical number. What we'll do is we'll just take a brief pause because I've gone through all of our introduction and preamble. That's all signed off, Doug. Are we waiting on another party, I understand, however? Yes. So we'll just put some bidding music on, Alana. We'll just take our time. We're in no rush today. Thank you very much for your patience, folks. We've all had our halftime oranges. I've been through all of the introduction. All that is left for me to say is to announce the acceptable pre-auction offer level that our owner has received here at number 50 Pearce Street, being $781,000. 781 is where we lie. We are on the market and we are selling at 781. 781. Doug's got happy feet. It's 781. I welcome in any further bidding. Do we have an auction today? It's 781. Who's got, say, 785? There we go, Margaret. We've got a connection there with your buyer at 785. So we have an auction today at $785,000. We are on the market and we are selling at 785 the bid. Looking for 790, or do you go straight to 800? Once called, I need a bid from you, a buyer, Doug, absolutely. Can't sell you the home in second place. Twice now. 790. Thank you, Cece. At 790. On the market and selling. Without peer, this one. Beautiful home at 790. I love the underline. 800. Astutely. 805. Astutely done, I was about to say, and it was. But it hasn't put our other buyers on. 810. 815. Once called at 815. 25. Go back at 35 perhaps, Margaret. You've got the happy feet like Doug too. At 825. 840. Doug, welcome in. 45. At 845. This will change your world owning this one. So close to the new world. At 845. It's a good new world, that one. Good stuff from Foodstuffs. First chance. At 845. They're all coming out today, Jane. 850. 55. At 85 and 5 to stay alive. 855. Is it 60 here, Margaret? But at 855 I have. Once called. Twice now.
60.
60 here. Jumps the bidding. Nicely done. That's the strategy. 880. That's a nice play.
900.
900, sir. That's it. Fight fire with fire. Good man at 900,000. 900 000. On the market, I need not remind you. And selling at 900. Tahi. Rua.
19.
910.
900.
920, sir. Well done. Good luck. At 920. 2 in at this stage. Doug, I'm waiting for another power play from you. There was a nice bid before at 920 earlier on, but we're at 920. Once called, twice called. It is against you, Margaret. Third and 5.
30.
And 30. Come back with 10 next time, Margaret. The 5s aren't working.
135.
Okay.
40.
40, I told you. At 940. But this is good.
145.
45. 50. You both bid it. 55.
500.
70, even better. Accelerate things. That's the way to do it, sir. I like your strategy. I like your style at 970. Selling once at 970. Twice called.
980.
990.
Thank you, sir. You'll do well owning this.
99. Thank you.
999.
1 million.
1 million here. I would do my Dr. Evil, but it's not very good. Chris Kennedy's is much better and he looks more the part. At $1 million, to get you to stand up here just for that bit. At $1 million, all jokes aside, very, very serious here, we are selling at $1 million. Once called, twice now. Third, final. At $1 million, Margaret, you need to test that they always stop on those round numbers sometimes. Need to test that. You put a wee 1 on the side even. He's come in and put 1 on, and he might steal it. At $1 million. Selling at $1 million. I've counted it down 3 times.
102.
Million two.
$1 million and 2. Yeah, I got you. At $1 million and 2. 10. Go $1 million. Confirm your bid, Margaret.
1,020,000.
1,020,000. Respectfully, the 1 million one's not quite enough. He's put him. Do you put the 1 on the side of that? 1 more at 1021. At $1,021,000 here. Selling.
103.
Oh, 103, even better. Sorry to do you out of those 9,000. There we go.
Doug.
At $1,030,000. Selling once, twice at $1,030,000. Third at $10.30. All done. It was a good bid. I'll take 1,000 from your buyer, Margaret, on the phone. I know you like to win. Selling here at $1,030,000. Out, done, out for good. Sir, well done. Congratulations. 50 Pier Street. It goes, and it is sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Well done, sir. Very well done. Selling very strongly at $1,030,000. Folks, that wraps up proceedings here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. What has been an absolutely sensational day with all 13 properties selling very, very well. Thank you so much to our owners for their instructions and the opportunity to represent you. And may everyone have a fantastic afternoon. Go and enjoy that beautiful sunshine out there.
Well done.